welcome back everyone. Today we're working on this old girl. It is a 1976 Toyota Corona. Gonna try and rebuild the carby. Rebuild loosely, just run a kit through it. It's not running right. It's been stored for probably 5-6 years. And last time when I actually had to move it here, I tried getting it going and it just wouldn't run, it wouldn't idle. So fuel pump's working, it's getting fuel to the carb. It's just, I think one of the jets is blocked or something like that. It just literally will not run at all unless you're pouring fuel down the carby itself. So I actually need to move this out of here. I've got another project I need to do inside the shed in a few days. So I want to get this out and driving. I know I could push it out or whatever, but it's just a lot easier being able to drive it under its own steam. So let's get stuck into this. Shouldn't take too long. Just run a carby kit through it and then see if we can get it driving. So unveil the girl. So this car actually I bought sight unseen through a mate when I was living in a different town, and I seen it on Gumtree we've got over here, kind of like the marketplace. And I said, Ash, can you go and look at that car for me, and if it's alright, just grab it. So that's what he did, and here I've had this old girl for a fair few years now. Yeah, I'll uncover it properly. Give you a bit of a gander at it, but she's a tidy old girl. Obviously, you know, got a bit of surface rust and stuff, but this is going to be one of them long-term projects that I'll get to one day, like everyone. But yeah, let's get stuck into it. So this big pile of junk here, my steel, this is the main reason I want to get this car out, because I'm making a steel rack on the outside of the shed, but I'm going to punch through the shed and weld to these beams here. So I just want to get everything out of the way and pull that bench out, and yeah, that steel is going to be on the outside of the shed, which is going to be amazing because it's been in here for like 2 years. This is going to be a car trailer one day when I get around to it. Just need to win lotto so I don't have to work and can just stay at home doing cool stuff all the time. But yeah, that's the main reason for this. So let's do it. There she is, the old 18R, 2 litres of fury there. But yeah, let's take the air cleaner off and we can have a bit of carb, I guess. You probably want me to show you what it's actually doing or not doing, eh? So then at least we can compare before and after, eh? Let's do that. I'll chuck a battery in and get a bit of fuel and stuff. Let's get this air cleaner off real quick. I'll bring you in here just to show you that the fuel pump's working. That bowl on the carby, hope you can see it, is currently empty. If I can get it clear enough. But yeah, so it's empty, and you'll see after I kick it over for a bit that that will actually fill up. So it tells you the fuel pump's actually working, and also it's got heaps of fuel in the tank, even though it's a couple of years old now, because Ashley filled it up for me when he brought it over to this place. But yeah, so I'm gonna pour a bit of fuel down the carby, show you what it's doing, and then we'll do the carby, and hopefully it doesn't do that anymore. No sparks. Make sure we got some oil in it. Oil was actually pretty clean. Now we got some water in it. Let's check that. So I'll kick it over just before I pour some fuel down the carby, just to get the oil circulating around it anyway. And then that carby bowl might even fill up just from doing that, and then I can show you that. Right. See what she does. see it wasn't going to start. Oh yeah, there you go. Look. Let me just take you off this tripod. And there's just a bit of proof that the fuel pump's actually working. So that bowl is right bang on where it's supposed to be now. So the carb's got fuel. Oh, one other thing I haven't said, which I've done, I also run a jerry can of fresh fuel off the fuel pump. Did everything, and it's still not even running with brand new fresh fuel in the carby. I drained the bowl a few times, you know, just let the old fuel out, and it still won't run. So it's definitely something in the carby. It's not, you know, I'm not being special or anything like that. But yeah, I'll put a bit of a gurgle down. Bit of Nescafe. Whoa, that's a lot. Yeah, look, I could do that all day, but that's exactly what it does. Put fuel down the carby, it'll run. Other than that, she ain't running. So let's go and take that carby off, rip it apart, see what's going on with it. So I've never actually worked on one of these before, so it looks fairly simple to rip the carby off. You got your 4 nuts at the base of the carby, fuel line come off. What's got back here? Throttle linkage. Take that off there, and a bit of weird looking stuff here. What's going on here? Probably this hose and this hose. So it's some kind of EGR or something. And that. Interesting. Might try and leave them on down there because they normally get quite rusty and annoying. Might take them off up here. Oh, you can take that one off, undo that, and this hose can come off down there, at least on that little clamp. But yeah, let me quickly rip this off. Oh, yeah, little vacuum line needs to come off. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward carby to rip off. Let me just pull that off quickly and we'll get it on the bench. It's actually really easy carby to get off. 4 12mm nuts, and yeah, just a few other things. So literally 12mm spanner and a pair of pliers and a shifter for the fuel line, and that carby's off. So nice and easy. Get it on the bench. Alright, so I got my carby kit. This is just an eBay special I ordered a few months ago. I really hope it's the right one, otherwise I'll be in a world of trouble. But yeah, I'll just sweep down a bit of your bench so it's nice and clean, and you know you got a nice clean surface to work on. And yeah, let's start disassembling, I guess. So what I want to do, I want to leave it mostly together. Like I just want to kind of separate the top cover off. And yeah, the bottom like throttle body plate, and then get to all the jets and stuff. And I don't want to go crazy, you know what I mean? Probably, that's the accelerator pump, so I'll probably put all the new seals in that. So you know that's definitely good. But yeah, look. In all honesty, this thing's going to be sitting around for another 5+ years. and I don't really think there's much point to me going crazy with this. I just want to be able to move the thing, which would be very nice. So let's do the minimum, what we have to. Oh wow. I don't think they want to come out of there. Might be a problem. Alright, so I've just undone that little jet in there, and so you just got to go through and you'll see these have got holes in the middle. So you got to just make sure that they're all clear. Just take them out, blow them out, put a bit of wire through them. That one I can blow through, but I'm just going to clean everything up. This carby's filthy, so literally look, I'm going to go through, scrape all the gaskets off, take what I can out and have a look at it. These two jets are going to be my problem down there. I tried, I can't get them out. Like the brass is destroying itself. So, well, what I might have to do is try and get a bit of wire in there and make sure they're not blocked. I think them ones were my problem, why it wasn't running at all. But yeah, it's not looking good for this carby. It might be a bin job eventually, but yeah, like I said, I just want to get it running again so I can move the car, but I ain't expecting miracles from this, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm going to clean everything up, then I'll be back. Alright, ladies and gents, I think we're in a bit of a pickle here. I think this carby kit is the wrong one, which is a bugger. I don't know. There weren't any different types when I ordered it. It was just for the 18R Corona of that year, so not too sure. There's just a few. It's just not right. Like, yeah, look at that. The screw holes aren't lining up. It's just. She just ain't the right one. That's what I'm trying to say. Which is a bummer because some of this gasket's kind of broken. Otherwise I'll try and just bang it back together. Let me ponder on that. So there is no way that gasket kit's going to work, and I need to have this thing going. So I think these two jets down there were the main problem, so I'm just going to try and unblock them with a bit of wire. Well, that seemed to work actually. Oh yeah, all that wire went through. We might be onto a winner here. And blow them out. I'm actually curious, because I couldn't find what I would have thought would have been a main jet. So I'm curious if they're under these covers. Nope. Like, surely the idle screw mixture's got to be under one of these. No, it's not coming off. No, well. Look, I'm going to have to try and put it back together and salvage this gasket, maybe with a bit of silicone, maybe. Yeah, not good, unfortunately. Pain in the butt when you order parts and they're not the right ones. You know what? You can only do what you can only do. Unless I could somehow tack a bit together in there. It's just a shame because where that gasket's broken, sits over, which I believe is quite an important little orifice. I really want to get that out, down in there. I'll see, you know, sockets just don't fit. So I'm going to try grinding a socket really thin on the edge, see if that helps to get down there. I think it just fits now. Might be able to get that off. Well, wouldn't you guess, it was 9mm the whole time, not 10mm. Oh my god. So I just had to take a little bit off that 9mm socket. Hey, you live and learn, don't you? It's always a good day when you learn something. I believe, anyway. Come out of there. Alright. Oh man, that's gross in there. So that was jammed solid. So, alright, got movement now, which I'm assuming is a good thing. There is a tiny hole at the bottom of that, which is blocked. I think I'm going to need smaller wire to get through there. What does it say? 0.7. Need better eyes. Let me get a bit of speaker wire or something. So I don't know if you can actually even see there's a tiny hole in there, maybe. Now let's try and grab a bit of wire. Probably got too many strands as it is. Maybe we just go for two lonesome strands. I'll just twist them around. See if we can get them down in there. I believe there is some proper tool, like always, which I don't have. Well, that went down. It's a good sign. And I can when I suck on it, I can suck air through it at least, so hey, that's a positive, maybe. Let's try one lonely single wire. So that goes down quite well. Pretty much all carbs work on the same principle. You've got all these silly little jets that let fuel in to certain orifices and, you know, bits and stuff of the carby. So if your car's not running right, just rip it all apart and make sure you can at least blow through everything, you know what I mean? If air can go through, fuel can go through. And half the time, it'll just be one jet that's plugged up with a bit of gunk or something like that. But yes, I'm rather disappointed that gasket over here is ruined. Otherwise, I'd be banging this back together right now. But I'm probably going to do that anyway. I might just try some silicone or something real dodgy there. Maybe, hopefully. See how we go. But yes, I'll be ordering a correct carby kit, hopefully, if I can still get them. And then maybe even a different carby, eh? Who knows? Alright, unfortunately, it is what it is today, and I'm just going to have to slap this back together and see if it'll run. Which would be amazing if it did. But I'm not holding my breath, hey? So. the accelerator pump is the same as the other one in this kit anyway, so I'm gonna at least throw that in. Why not? Let a little ball bearing go in there. I'm gonna do the thing that you should never ever do on a carby. Put just a smidge of silicone just along this edge. Something like that maybe, hopefully. Alright, just got to do that silly little clip, and that is back together. Yeah, well, like I said, it's not really what I wanted to achieve here, but fingers crossed she runs. Let's go throw it back on. Alright, kick down brackets on. All seems to be doing the thing. Let's see what we've done, if it's actually going to run. I'll be amazed, but hey, fingers crossed. So I haven't put any fuel in the bowl or nothing, because I know the fuel pump works, like I said, so it's going to crank over for a bit and hopefully fill the bowl up and fire up. Fingers crossed. Well, I'll be. It's not running amazing, but it's running. Wow, we're alive. Doesn't seem to be leaking either. I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's awesome that it's running. So I'm going to put the air cleaner on, just let it have a bit of a warm up and go to a bog lap. First drive under obtaining steam for a good few years. the inside of this thing. I love it. What a sweetheart. So yeah, pretty happy. It's we're mobile. Temp's looking good. I know a few of them hoses are real dodgy, the heater hoses, so look, I really just want this thing to move so I can move it in and out of the shed pretty much. It's not gonna be a project for a few more years. So yeah, really happy. Anyway guys, like I said, this ain't exactly a carby rebuild, but hey, if you watch it and it helps you out, maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. Like I said, I'm no expert, so just come along for the ride with me. But yeah, super stoked we got the old Corona going. It's running, it's driving, awesome. I can move around the property and whatnot. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and see you on the next one. Just noticed that 2010 would have been the last time it was road registered.